I'm Leonard Riggs, and this is my podcast from my head to your ears. And I thought a lot about something this week. Thought about words and what an impact they have on us. I think of this saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Not true. Names and words can hurt you in ways that sticks and stones do not hurt you. You can devastate somebody with words. You can ruin someone's life with words. You can uplift somebody with words. You can be positive or negative with your words, which is your choice. But words are very important, and you should choose them wisely. And I'm going to talk more about this after I take a break. I'm Leonard Riggs, and this is my podcast from my head to your ears. I'm Leonard Riggs, and this is my podcast from my head to your ears. And I'm talking about the power of the words we speak, the words we write, and the impact that it can have on people's lives. And a lot of people just say, well, it's just words. When you say something, it comes out of your mouth and it's there. You can't take it back. You can be forgiven. You can ask for forgiveness, but you said it. And whoever hears these words, if it's a negative thing or positive, they're not going to be forgotten. So you should always be so careful. And it's hard to do as a human being, because when we get angry, what comes out of our mouth is not necessarily the truth, but it's our truth in the moment. And that's probably the biggest mistake we make as people. We speak before we think. I know I do that a lot. But what's worse is when you go, say for instance, on social media and you write a long paragraph of negativity about somebody or some situation or whatever, and you don't let it sit there and take the time to go back and really kind of say, is this really what I want to say? Is this really what I want to put out there? But when you post that, and I don't care if you delete it later, people are going to see it and you can't take it back. Chances are someone will screenshot it, and perhaps the person you said it about is going to see it, and they're going to become angry. So I guess the biggest suggestion I can give anybody, and I always say this, and that's the one thing about written words, you can do this with your physical spoken words, you can't. Once you write something down and people see it, it's just out there for good. You can't take it back. So maybe before you post it, take the time, write it out, let it sit for a while, and go back to it and read it again. Read it 2 times, read it 3 times, and think about it. Do you really want to say this? Is it really necessary? Is it really going to help things, or is it going to make it worse? And I had an incident this week where a customer got mad at me for, well, he generally gets mad at me because I talk too much, and he just wants to get his items and get out. He doesn't want to hear me talk. But the only problem with him that he doesn't realize is sometimes he does want to talk, and sometimes he's okay, and sometimes he's not. And I deal with hundreds of people a day, and I can't always read the room. So what I do is I just put myself out there and try to be positive and friendly, and I'm not meaning anything by it. And there's a nice way to say, hey, hey, I'm in a hurry. I'd love to talk, but I'm going to leave. Instead, this gentleman put his hand up in my face and was telling me to shut up. He didn't want to talk, and it was not in a friendly way. It was just very aggressive. I didn't do that. He doesn't know the kind of day I came from. He doesn't know the struggles I have. He doesn't know anything about me, really. He just knows me as a person behind the counter. He's not really a friend, per se, where he knows my situation or knows my life or knows what kind of morning I've had. If I came to work and really acted out on what I put up with or what I see every morning or what I would hate the world. But I choose to be a positive person. And if I'm in a bad mood, I tell people, hey, I'm in a bad mood. And there's nothing embarrassing about that. I think I said, oh, I get it. You're not in the mood. And he claims that embarrassed him. And I thought, no, you embarrassed yourself because you were acting out and you came in with an attitude and everybody behind you thought you were a jerk, and you didn't have to say anything. Your actions spoke everything for you. And it was just an amazing thing to see. And in all my years of doing what I did, I never had anybody treat me like that. And then what does he do? He goes home, deletes me from social media, and types out a big old long explanation why he did that when he didn't need to explain it to anybody. Just let it go. I would have got over it. But then, of course, he puts it out there and some friends of mine saw it, and then I hear about it, and then I was just furious, and I thought about it for I think 2 days before I posted something, a retort, which I didn't really need to do, but it was eating at me so bad. And I did. I really chose my words carefully and thought about it, slept on it. And I think what I said was very to the point. I do not accept diva attitudes, and I will not. I don't put up with that. Nobody deserves that attitude. You know, it's rumored that I used Jennifer Lopez as an example. You are not Jennifer Lopez, and you can't ask people not to look you in the eye and speak to you. It's just, I'm sorry if people come up to you and talk to you in the store while you're shopping, or if people talk to you while you're in the store and you don't want that. Well, maybe you shouldn't have went to the store that day. If you're that much of a negative Nancy, maybe you shouldn't go out. There's DoorDash and delivery, and unless you enjoy shopping. But apparently if you hate people, why would you want to go shopping? Someone inadvertently is going to try to talk to you. So anyway, this is what inspired this podcast. I'm just going to be honest with you. And I have thought about it. And the words I'm speaking now are from my heart. Your words can hurt people. And he hurt me. And I don't need that right now. My pet just died 2 weeks ago. I'm dealing with grief every day of my life. I have a mess of a house. I'm having financial issues, and I get up every day and I put my clothes on and I go to work, and my legs have been hurting and it's hard to be on my feet. And I get up there and I smile and I enjoy my customers, and it's what I've been doing for 36 years, and it's what I enjoy about my job. So for you to belittle me and treat me like I'm nothing because you're in a bad mood, I was so offended by that. And your words deeply hurt me, and it also deeply disturbed me to think that you're such, well, there I go again. This is not thinking out what I want to say, but I think it's a very narcissistic view that you are so important that you do not want people to look at you or speak to you. That is not how you get along in this earth. I mean, certainly if someone's done something horrible to you, but to get mad at somebody because they want to speak to you, I mean, that's just ridiculous and not being a very good person. And it sure did put this person in a new light for me. And this person comes off as like sunshine and lollipops and friendly, and he cares about animals. And, you would think he was a great human being, but I don't know what in his life caused him to feel this way. But he certainly isn't my kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? His line of thinking doesn't align with my line of thinking, because I never met a stranger, and I like to know about people, and I like to get to know people. Even if I meet them for 5 minutes, I love talking to people. And maybe people are in a hurry and they get aggravated about that, but I don't know if I'll try to calm it down a little bit, but I can't promise changing something I've been doing for 36 years in a certain way. I can't promise it. And then I thought about this same person, and I'm using him as an example because this has just been so recent. He used to come in with his significant other and speak. They used to talk to me when I worked midnight shifts. And mind you, I really didn't have time to talk to people when I worked midnight shifts. But the thought occurred to me, and God help me, I could get in trouble for saying this. People are more important than anything that I had to do. Stopping and talking to them didn't kill me. I could work around them. I could get my job done while they're talking to me. I never regretted taking the time for people when they wanted to speak, when they had questions, when they were curious. Unless it was a negative thing or they were being hateful or something, but to come in and just chat because maybe you were lonely or bored or, that's I would at least give you some time before I tell you I need to get busy. But there was a polite way of saying it. I didn't have to be hateful with them and put my hand up in their face and say, quit talking, I'm busy. But this is just an example of what I'm saying. Your words have weight, and they do more damage than any kind of physical pain you can cause anybody. Of course, you can't kill somebody with words, but you sure can kill somebody's spirit with words. So think about that. I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to talk more about this after I take a break. I'm Leonard Riggs. This is my podcast, From My Head to Your Ears. I'm Leonard Riggs, and this is my podcast, From My Head to Your Ears, and I'm talking about the way words can affect people, how they do have more weight than the old saying, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt me. Names can never hurt me, however that goes. I always go under the most, one of the oldest rules of humanity there is, which is do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. And the way to go about life, I think, is to treat people the way you want to be treated. Now, giving the example, he doesn't want me talking to him, therefore I feel, does he think he has the right to talk to me? Because obviously if you do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. But anyway, that doesn't necessarily apply there. But I always try to treat people with a little dignity. Anybody. I try not to be impolite to people. I have people that come to my store that I don't think the world of, but I still try to be polite to them. Now, as to say I've not lost my temper with people, I have a real hard time with stupid. Ignorance is one thing, but stupidity is another. And when someone does something just absolutely stupid, like doesn't listen, or I do get really annoyed at that, and I'm liable to just call them out on it. And that's where I wish I could learn how to be a better person there and calm down and watch what I say. But I had, again, using work as an example. And I use work as an example because that's my life right now. Work, home, my cats, eat, sleep, go to the bathroom, go back to work. My days off, I spend time either going to the doctor or dealing with my cats all day and talking to certain friends on the phone. I mean, that's my life. But I really think it's good to be a good listener. I do enjoy listening to people, and I've learning, don't make things about you. That's something I tend to do sometimes, especially when it comes to grief and things like that, because anytime someone has an experience that I identify with, I want to put my 2 cents worth in, only meaning to tell them I understand how you're feeling. And I always say, I understand what it's like to lose a loved one. I don't understand what it's like to lose a child or a grandchild. I don't have children, but I do understand what it's like to lose someone I dearly love. That's a part of my life, and people I can't do without. I've lost both my parents, my grandmother, several cousins, friends, like you wouldn't believe. I've lost so many friends and pets, and grief is just horrible, and it does not go away. It just becomes a part of you. And I know when my little cat died last couple weeks ago, it brought all that grief to the top again. And I was just, not only was I crying for little Vincenzo, I was crying for my parents. And I sit there and I never feel so alone as when you're grieving. That is the most lonesome feeling there is. And I tell you, when I come home and that little guy's not waiting for me like he has been for the last 2 months. I mean, I know it wasn't a long time that I had him, but he really, really got into my heart, and he was so sweet and adorable and funny. And I wished I could have had him for many, many years, but I'll never forget him in the little short time I had him. And it was nice of people to send me cards and things, and it made me feel better. But again, oh, you lost your cat, he. People that don't understand that was a big loss for me, because a lot of people who don't care for cats, for instance, or pets, don't understand how deeply hurt that it makes you when an animal dies. And again, it goes back to choosing your words. If you don't understand something, don't shoo it off or play it down because you don't understand what they're feeling, or you don't think it's that important. I mean, obviously, if I cried for 4 hours, it was important to me. And, yeah, we should all just learn to choose our words. And it's so hard to choose your words in the spur of the moment. I've had about a week to come up with words that I wanted to say about this incident, and didn't know that I was going to do a podcast on it. But I thought, obviously some people I know saw it. I told some people, the person that posted that awful post, didn't think, or maybe didn't care that we had some of my good friends on his page, that I would hear about it. And some of the people that replied to his post, which I didn't get to see the replies, and I think he might have deleted the post. I really wanted to see it because I really in my mind, I wanted to know who I was aggravating or who agreed with his view, because if they come in and I found out I was annoying them by talking, I'll just kind of tone it down a little bit, because I really don't want to offend anybody. That's really down deep. That's really the way I am. I'm a people pleaser, and it bothers me when I aggravate somebody or hurt somebody. So, and I guess I'm not trying to reprimand the person who posted that. I'm just trying to get him to maybe look at this from another perspective. And quite frankly, you owe me an apology. That would go a long way. People do not want to apologize. If that's another point I'd like to bring up, I'm going to tell this story because it's crazy, and I'm ashamed of myself for putting myself in a place to where I knew I was going to be disappointed, but I thought it would make me feel better. It came upon, I tell you what, I'm going to take a break and then I'll talk about this other example of what I just did. And speaking of words, boy, I did something really stupid with my words, and I really should have thought about it more. So I'm going to tell you, I'm just as guilty as being thoughtless too. I'm Leonard Riggs. This is my podcast, From My Head to Your Ears. I'll be right back.
From my head to your ears, I'll be right back. Riding on a midnight groove, no need to pack. Thoughts spinning like vinyl, the needle drops low. Every beat a secret only you'll know.
I'm Leonard Riggs, and this is my podcast, From My Head to Your Ears. And I'm talking about words and choosing your words and how words can hurt you, and you should be careful about what you say. The example I was talking about before I took a break was on July 5th, 1992, at approximately 7 p.m. on I believe it was a Sunday after the 4th of July, I had a friend come in who had been acting kind of strange, and it was bothering me, and I asked if he wanted to hang out or whatever, and he acted really funny about it. And I looked at him and just blurted out, "Are you ashamed to be my buddy? You seem like you're ashamed of me." I know when I saw him at Walmart and his parents were with him, he acted real funny and ran off. And it stuck with me, and I'm not stupid. And I just called him out on it. And he got really offended and ended up leaving and spinning out of my parking lot and spun off into non-existence in my life. He has never really spoke to me again. And I didn't get an explanation. Other than, "My parents think you're weird." That was what he said to me. And I sat on that all of these years. Now, other things happened. I didn't handle that very well. I did some things I'm not proud of, and I did not like that. And I was younger and dumber, and I wish I could take back everything I did, because I think these people are good people. I wouldn't have been friends with them had they not been. But what it came down to is some stupid, rumor's not the word, opinion of me that apparently a relative had told them, and his mom and dad didn't want him to have nothing to do with me, and maybe he didn't, I don't know, but his older sibling came into my store after I was seeking out an apology, and I would relent on trying to ask him what is the problem. I'd really like to know. It was really bothering me. When you're my friend for life. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to explain myself. I'm just telling you how it is with me. And I don't like people that ghost me. It just hurts, and I don't like it. And it's not very nice. And I would rather him just hurt my feelings and tell me flat out maybe what the problem was, than just to leave me hanging and let me imagine what was wrong. But years later, I'm talking 30 years later, I found out that one of my relatives had told his family that I was not a good person, more or less, that I was strange or whatever, and he didn't need to be around me. So his sibling, who was really good friends with this relative of mine, came up to my store while I wasn't there and told my boss and my coworkers at the time that I was harassing her little baby brother. Now, baby brother was 20 years old at the time, and I was 24, I think. So it wasn't like we were babies. He's a grown damn man, old enough to serve in the service. And that escalated this 100 million times, and I was so angry I sought out to whip his rear end, and it just exploded. Now, I've been gifted with a memory that will not quit, so I don't care if you told me something an hour ago or 10 years ago. I do not forget when someone hurts me that bad. And I did not handle that very well, and I did some things as a dumb kid, and someone that hadn't experienced life, and someone hadn't gone through hell and back. I did some things I wish I could take back. And I eventually forgot about it. I've had good friends and people that's made up for that bad time. And, it took me for years. I grieved the loss of that friendship. It bothered me so bad, because I should state that when I first started at my job, I'd been kind of out of commission for a while, and a lot of my friends had gone by the wayside, and I had no contact with people. I had a little bit of a breakdown and did not leave the house for months, and I was trying to battle back and get back into life. I don't care to tell you this. I came from a very dark time of my life where I was just, maybe they were right to think I was a little weird, but I just was going through some stuff, and I wanted to be a person again. I wanted to have friends again. And it just so happened I befriended those guys that used to hang up there, and we had a good time and a lot of good laughs. And honestly, I'm still friends with every one of those guys to this day. Good, solid friends with those people, but not him. As it turned out, he left, he got married, he moved away. I think I ran into him once at a Walmart, the 2000s, and he was with his wife, and he saw me and he hid from me. And as it turned out, I ended up in line behind him, and he was so uncomfortable. And I thought, my God, I found it funny. That gave me a little closure then. And I just kind of wrote him off at that point, and I thought, you know what, whatever. And I moved on from it, but I didn't forget it. Well, as it turned out, on July 5th of this year, I've been having a hard time, and I was thinking about that, and I knew he was on social media, so I typed out a letter saying, hey, I have grown so much. I'm over that. I want to move past it. I have forgiven you, whether or not you think you need to be forgiven. I forgive you, and I release it, and I let it go. And I said, I don't expect you to answer me. I don't expect you to do anything. But just know, if you see me out in public, you don't have to avoid me. You can come up to me and shake my hand, or you can just not. Everything's cool. I forgive you. And will you forgive me, because I didn't behave so well either? And that was a case. I read it and reread it, and I thought, why am I doing this? This is so long ago. 34 years prior. 34 years. And it's been in my craw. Not on a upper level. I mean, it's not something I think about constantly. As a matter of fact, I joke about this a lot. Me and my friends, we do joke about it because it was so silly. but I just don't want that baggage. And again, when I really wished I'd have gave myself a day to think about it, and I wouldn't have sent it. I just gave myself an hour, and I went ahead and hit send, and I forgot about it. And I didn't think about it. I said what I wanted to say, and if he accepts it, great. If he doesn't, great. I really hope he would accept it. It would have been nice to just, hey, I've been doing well. I'm married. I'm retired. Whatever's happened in his life, and I can tell him, I lost my parents and blah, blah, blah. And life would go on, and that would be one less thing in my heart, that the little bit of heaviness in my heart that would be over and gone. And I would love that, because that's really, I want to spend the rest of my life not regretting things. I regret a lot, and I don't want to regret that. But anyway, gave it a couple of days, and I just happened to notice it didn't look like it had been opened. But when I checked, I had been blocked and deleted. Or he got rid of Facebook. But I thought, wow. And then I suddenly felt like, I guess it was weird of me to send that little note on social media. It was a private message. But my heart was in the right place, and I don't think you could have read anything more into that than what it was. And, well, some people just don't want to forgive. But I try to be careful with what I sent, so I don't know. Thought I'd share that with you, because I'm just not perfect, and some things I do in the name of keeping peace. I wish I could forgive people that really, my ex-brother-in-law or his mother, that sticks in my craw, and I really need to let it go. Because that kind of anger festers, and it's like a cancer, and it eats you alive. But that case wasn't anger. That was more kind of a heartbreak, kind of sad to lose a friend like that. That's just the worst. And I had another incident like that not too long ago, but we're good. And I'm very happy, and I totally accept a lot of the blame for reacting the way I did, because I was going through some very, very trying times, as was he. And we're in a great place now, and we're back to being friends, albeit, careful just not to overdo it. But it's good to be in a good place with a good friend. And anyway, I'm proud of him. And this other person could have had that peace. Obviously it still sticks in his craw, or he would have sort of let it go, because I wasn't going to bother him. And I told him that I wasn't going to pursue a friendship that's not there anymore, but I did want him to know that it's okay. If you see me, you don't have to hide behind your wife. Anyway, I'm Leonard Riggs. I'm going to take a break and wrap this up. Thank you. I'll be right back. I'm Leonard Riggs, and this is my podcast from my head to your ears. And I was talking about words today and how they can affect people, and how to choose your words wisely and be careful what you say. And especially be careful of what you put on social media. I gave you some examples, and I told you some very, very personal stories. And I just, hopefully, I could share these moments. I don't necessarily, by sharing these, I may have made you guys think I'm a little goofy, but I am, so I hope that's what endears me to you, because I am a little goofy. But I accept that. I not only accept that, I own it. And yes, I like to talk. That's why I have a podcast. I remember being totally offended when one of my former classmates said to me, "What possibly would you have to talk about?" And I was so angry at that. Again, I don't think he meant anything by it, and he might have been kidding me, but it just went right through me. And it didn't discourage me. I just had fodder for a podcast. So kind of stirred up my human side. And if anything good came out of this, I got a good topic for a podcast. So yeah, I can hear my fire alarm bad right now. It's probably the smoke coming out of my mouth from talking through this thing. But anyway, I thank you for listening. I've been striving to do a few more podcasts and talk a lot less and have them a little shorter. Sometimes I think it's a lot to ask of people to take up an hour of your time. So I really wanted to make a few podcasts that are a little shorter and right to the point. But if you get anything out of this podcast, just be a little careful with what you say. Try not to. Just remember you can ruin someone's whole day with your words. Be patient with people. Try to look at their side of the story. Try to be careful what you say, what you post on social media. We're all connected in this world. And I want to quote my favorite singer of all time. She wrote a beautiful song called Pearls on a Chain. We are all pearls on a chain, and we are all connected, and we should all try to be friendly to each other, and love makes the world go round. The old hippie in me's coming out. We were all we were all a lot less self-involved. It would be great. And remember these things. Take this away from this podcast. Like I said, do unto others as others would have. How would that go again? Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Well, I screwed that up, but you know what I mean. Sorry. I got tongue-tied. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Isn't that the way that goes? I think that's the exact quote. I may be wrong. Correct me if I am. I'm just pulling that out of the top of my head. Choose your words carefully. Think about what you're saying. Try to avoid outbursts. Try to count to 10 and not be mad at people. Do not judge. Try not to be judgy. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of people. Be aware that everybody is fighting a battle of their own every day, and to be a little kinder. Don't dismiss people because they don't agree with you. That's just another thing. Quit fighting. All this political fighting in this world is just got to stop. We need to be one as a nation, and we all have to find our common ground. We don't need to celebrate our differences as much as we need to celebrate that we're all human and alike, and we all bleed, and we all want. What do we all want? We all want to be loved, to be able to love, to be safe and have food on our table, and we basically want to live our lives and be happy. So anyway, let's all be good people. But anyway, what was I talking about? No, but it all comes down to words, and words are very important, and choose them wisely. And that's all I've got to say about this. I'm Leonard Riggs. Thank you for listening to my podcast. I'm winding down to the end of my longest season ever. Season 5 has lasted well over a year. I was not feeling like podcasting quite a lot in the last few months, but I'm kind of back to podcasting regularly. It's hard to say. I'll be back again soon with another podcast. I'm Leonard Riggs. This is my podcast from my head to your ears. I love you. I honestly love you. We're all pearls on a chain. That's my Olivia quotes that I'll leave you with. Thank you.